Big day for me here in Na Jomtien. I am selling my condo today. I'm on my way off to the land office, and I'll let you guys know what it entails to sell a condo in Thailand. Obviously, buying a condo too, because the person I'm selling it to is buying it. So I'll talk to you guys about the purchase procedure, selling procedure, and my thoughts of owning a condo here for 4 years in Thailand. Was it worth it? Did I get scammed? Was it a ripoff? You know, when I bought the condo, I heard positive and negative things about owning property in Thailand. So I will give you my experience. But this is what I'm leaving, my beautiful pool here at Sunrise Beach. My condo is right up there. It was a corner unit. I'll show you the inside, because all these years of living here, I've never really done a tour because it's, personal. But now that I'm leaving, I can show you guys. Well, I'm on my way to the land office. It is in Sattahip. So a little different since I'm in Na Jomtien. Everything is done at the municipal offices in Sattahip. If I were to be in Jomtien or Pattaya, it would be at the Banglamun offices. So that's kind of the difference. I got to drive south to Sattahip to the land office. I'm gonna stop and get some coffee. Back at Amazon, not allowed to film really inside the land office, so just filmed a little bit. You can see how chaotic it is in there. Crazy place, very, very busy. So let me get into the process a little bit of buying a condo, and I'll tell you about my experience of owning a condo in Thailand. And was it a positive or a negative? Was it worth it for me to own a condo? When I bought the condo, many people made comments on my videos that it was a stupid idea, that you're going to lose money, you can never make money in Thailand when you purchase a condo. And that's a bunch of hogwash. You could lose money, you can make money, just like real estate anywhere in the world. I was a real estate agent for 8 years in America, and let me tell you, it seemed like right when I became a real estate agent, that's when the market crashed. So everybody lost money then. So there's market trends. There's good times to buy, there's bad times to buy, there's distressed properties. It's just so many different situations that you can't lump everything into a ball and say 100% this is good or 100% this is bad. There's just always variation. I bought my condo 4 years ago, and it was COVID. I was actually looking to rent, I was looking at different things, but I was open to the idea of purchasing if I found a really good deal somewhere. What I felt was a good deal, and I felt that during the COVID lockdown, that was a good buying opportunity for me. So, I had actually found a place that I knew I wanted to rent right at the beginning of Na Jomtien. So I started looking for a condo. I was looking to rent or buy, whatever, and I hooked up with this real estate guy. His name's Per. And he took me, I had called him about one, it was a cozy beach, and I went and looked at it, and it just seemed a little beat up. I didn't like the construction of the building. Everything seemed a little chintzy, just looking at everything. I didn't like it. And he goes, well, I got this one other one that, they kind of have a sale pending. The people can't come back. They're never coming back to Thailand. They're in Sweden. But the buyer, the guy that's supposed to be buying, is not in Thailand now. He's in Australia, and they're having some issues with the sale. So he took me to look at it, and it was this condo, Sunrise Beach, where I lived. And I guess while I'm talking here, I'll show you. I can talk, and you can see the inside of my condo. I've never shown my condo before, because I was living there. I showed bits and pieces, but never really did a full tour. So go ahead and check this out while I talk. So he took me over there. And I fell in love with the place. It's just quality build. It was an older condo. It was kept up immaculate. The building, everything. The pool was great. And 200 meters down the street was a kind of a private beach. It was a public beach, but very few people know about it. Barely any people went to this beach, and that was kind of the selling point for me, to be that close to the beach. I was on the 5th floor. Had a nice, pretty nice sea view. I could look right out at Koh Larn Island, and I'm like, Hell yeah. So, I offered like, uh, I think the guy was going to pay 4.2 from Australia. I offered 3.8, but cash in hand, or, cash at least in a week. I could buy it in a week. And we negotiated a little bit. We came to the agreement of 4 million. They talked to the other guy. He said, okay, yeah, I can't get there. I can't close. And he's out. So I bought it for 4 million. 112 square meters, nice size condo. So fast forward, I lived there for 4 years. I did a little bit of work. I bought some new furniture, new washer dryer combo, put some ceiling fans in. I put a little bit of money into the place. Um, but what I've came to realize is like it's been over a year or so since I've been down to that beach that I fell in love with. Like I just don't go to the beach that much. Sometimes I use the pool, not that much. And kind of after 4 years of living there, I was starting to feel like, I'm ready to explore some new areas. I just kind of getting bored of the area. You live somewhere long enough, and I'm doing YouTube, and like I've shown everything in the area, and I just kind of bored. I'm dating a lady that lives down in near Bangkok, so for us when we see each other, it's always 2.5 hours. And I could live on an island, and for her to just jump on a plane and come see me at Samui or Phuket, it's almost the same time as her driving to come visit me at my condo, or if I get a place in Bangkok, we're closer. Everything, just kind of worked out that way. Like, okay, I'm just tired of this area. I'm going to move on. Another thing that really bothers me is, the pollution during the burning season, which is weird. It was really bad in January, and I ended up going to the Philippines, going to Malaysia, going to different places. And since I've been back, which now is kind of the traditional burning season, it's been great. I don't know if they did it early this year or what's happening, but in the last 3 weeks since I've been back to the Philippines, the air quality's been great. So we'll see. If it gets bad again, I'm out of here. Right now, I've just been, well, I'll put in another video what I've been doing lately. I had the notion, I'll sell my condo if somebody wants to buy it. I just painted it too. That's another thing I just did, paid a guy to paint the whole thing. So, I put new furniture and paint. It was looking nice, looking pretty nice in the inside. I didn't do a full remodel. I didn't gut bathrooms or kitchen or anything, but, I freshened it up quite a bit. And so I told the juristic lady, I'm not going to put it on the market. I'm not actively looking to sell, but if somebody's interested, I'll entertain offers. And where did I go? I went on some trip. I don't remember where. I think this is when I was in, this was months ago. Yeah, I took the trip to Chiang Rai, I think. I come back, and it's Sunday night, like 8 at night. I hear a knock on my door. It's one of my neighbors with a friend of his. These guys are from a country in Europe. I don't want to give out other people's personal information, but they're like, we hear you want to sell your condo. I'm like, well, how'd you hear that? Oh, dude said, that's the juristic lady that you're interested in selling. I'm like, yeah, if the right offer comes. So, this guy happens to have several friends that live in the building, and he wants to live in my building. And he likes, there's only, 6 units like mine in the building that are that size, that are the quarter unit. With that angle looking at the water, they're the biggest units in the building. So, the other ones I think are like 78 square meters. Mine was 112. And so he really wanted one like mine. Mine's in foreign Chinook. And I mean, the guy made me an offer I couldn't refuse, It's his business what he paid. Anyways, it was an offer I couldn't refuse. So, I'm like, all right, yeah, we signed the papers. He went back to his country. A couple months later, he came back and we finalized the deal. I'll give you the details on that. So living there 4 years, I would say I saved, on average, maybe it would have been a little less on COVID, a little bit more towards the end, but probably a place like that, you'd be looking at about 30,000 baht a month to rent a place like that. And actually, I can tell you, since I've been looking around all over Thailand, it's hard to find a place that size for an affordable amount of money to rent or even to buy now. I would have to buy another older property where I'm going to renovate a little bit, which I don't mind doing. I don't mind doing that. I think that's how you get more value and how you can make a little bit money when you sell the property. So he bought it. We'll get into the sale in a second, but I'll just give you a couple of tidbits about, buying. My advice, if you want to buy a new condo, I've been making a bunch of videos, with Ben and learning a lot about the new condo, the new construction business here. So, I mean, it seems like if you're going to get one of those, the best time to do it, even though people feel that it's very risky to buy off plan, but if you buy right when they open it up, off plan, right at the very beginning, by the time it's almost sold out or completed, the prices end up being quite a bit higher. And actually, a few of these developments I've looked at, people buy them to resell them. They don't ever plan on living them. They just put the money down, they buy them. When the project's finished, they sell them at a profit. So that's one way to make money. And also if you just have the money and you love a place and you want to live there, so you buy it and you live there and you don't worry about making money. You're saving money on rent every month. I mean, if I look at, what did I say, 360, I probably in 4 years saved well over $1 million baht in rent. So that's, that's nice. That's kind of nice to own your own place, and you can do things how you wish. Set up, you want the biggest TV in the world, you want this, you want that, you can buy your own bed, make it however you want. The day I moved into my condo, I bought the most comfortable bed I could find. I spent over 30,000 baht on a mattress. So that's a way to do it. You can always just scour the internet, go look at tons and tons of properties until you find one that you're like, oh, this is a great value. Maybe there's an issue with the person selling it, that they need to sell more than somebody else does. They're more desperate, and you can get a better deal. So every single deal is going to be different. Just do your due diligence and do a lot of research, do comparisons, and try not to get ripped off. Don't disparage somebody that has a bunch of money and doesn't give a shit if they are going to make money or not. They just want what they want when they want it, and they buy it. So what? You know what? Some people have extra money to be retired, to do whatever, and just spend it how they see fit on property. So when the guy initially came over, we did a purchase agreement. He gave me a deposit, and he ended up hiring a real estate lady to kind of process the sale, to help everything go smoothly at the land office. So she went with him a few days before the closing. He had to get what's called a FET, Foreign Exchange Transaction Form, here in Thailand, showing that the money came over from abroad. So what has to happen is you have to have the money sent over in whatever currency from your country into the Thai bank, and then they convert it to Thai baht. And you have to do that to be able to get the foreign shinote. If you're buying a property in foreign shinote, you have to do it that way. You have to show that the money came from outside Thailand. You can't just have random money in a Thai bank account without showing where it came from, and think that you can just buy a condo in a foreign name that way. No, have to show the money came from outside Thailand. So she went with him to the bank. He got a FET showing that the money that he used for the deposit was from out of the country. They issued a cashier's check. He had to get the cashier's check for the remainder to bring to the land office to show, yep, I'm buying it. Here's the amount I owe and the FET. And they did a bunch of paperwork. When you're there, you have to pay a transaction tax. So that's usually around 3%, give or take. Now, I didn't own my condo for 5 years. It's less if you own it for 5 years, more if you own it for under 5 years. So I think we had to pay, I don't know, maybe a total of about 5% tax, which was a hefty amount of tax that the land office got to keep. But we worked it out. The guy really wanted to buy the condo, and we worked everything out that way. So I wasn't really looking into, totally wanting to sell it before 5 years, because I didn't want to pay this extra tax money, but we worked it out. That was it. We were there for about 3 hours at the land office. And, this lady had a connection there, and supposedly it was expedited. I don't know, what would have it taken 8 hours if she didn't expedite it, but it's just a busy, chaotic place. But we took care of it, and we all went over to the bank after. I put that cashier's check in my account, and everything's finished. Now, I still have my original FET from when I transferred the money in when I bought the condo 4 years ago. Now the money's back in my account. So I think, eventually I'll let you guys know, but I may send the money back to America. And, if I don't buy something else, which I probably won't, I'll probably just stay a free agent for a little bit and, bounce around. I'll get into that later. But, maybe I'll put it into some dividend stocks or something where I'm going to make a little income on the money. And, that will probably pay for my rent somewhere else here. Anyways, all right, it was a positive experience for me. You know, worked out good for me. Maybe I got lucky. I seem to get very unlucky when it comes to some of these stupid stocks that I buy and whatnot. But you know, for me personally, real estate has always worked out pretty good. You know, maybe for some people it works out bad and they do better in stocks. You know, just my way of balancing things. I guess what they say is you want to have a diverse portfolio. So it's good to invest in different things. And this was just one of the many things. You know, I still have a property in America that's a rental, so that's doing okay. And that's about it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'm going to be making another video. I'll let you guys know what my plan is. You know, I don't know. You know, I've been thinking a lot about what my future plans are going to be, you know, where I'm going to go, what I'm going to do. And make sure you subscribe, and we'll get into all that later. Greeny out.